Hiya folks, how's it going? I'm Lexi and I really like games. So much so that we review one here once a week, every week at the gaming table. If that sounds interesting to you, I encourage you to hit subscribe and keep watching today's video. Today I am reviewing a game that was sent to me. I always take great care when people want to send me games they've put their hard work into. It means a lot to me that I am trusted to give a fair review of your work. If you've made a game and you want to see it here on the gaming table, please feel free to reach out. I've put the contact details in the information box below. Today we are looking at a horror game. From Queen Blackwell, this is Wolves at the Lake. Wolves by the Lake takes its inspiration from nature and slasher horror films. You're in an isolated wilderness. You have a campground, the woods, and the lake. The players will be the protagonists, who are trying to survive. The game master, called the storyteller, will be the thing chasing the players. The game doesn't specify what the storyteller is embodying. Rather, that is left up to interpretation. Wolves at the Lake is played using tokens. That's it. You need your tokens to have a unique side from one another. So, like a coin. One side will represent positive, the other side negative. To start off the game, players get to choose some traits for their characters. Players go around the table choosing the traits. You start with a number of tokens positive side up. The positive traits that could help you to survive generally have a cost to purchase at the start of the game, like 1 or 2 positives. Players can also use the negative side up tokens to purchase negative traits. These then flip the tokens back to the positive side. There's also active and passive traits. Active traits generally have a cost to use in game, usually by flipping a positive token to negative side up. Passive traits tend to cost more, but you don't have to activate them multiple times. Generally, once they're activated, they're activated. Player characters also have a pool of resolve points. You generally want to maintain this, because once your character has run out, they have fallen to the woods. To perform actions in this game, players will flip tokens to use their positive traits. This will help them discover ways to survive. Perhaps they need to find a special object or an exit to some situation. If you are needing more positive tokens, you can activate one of your negative traits to purchase some more positives back. Though this could really trip you up. If you don't want to do that, the player can then suggest a bargain with the storyteller. They can either give away a resolve point to do what they want, or they can give away one of their positive traits. Chances of survival in this game are pretty low, and I think the mechanics reflect this. To do what you want to survive, you're going to have to eat away at those important resources. But to then recoup those resources, you have to put yourself in a worse position. In this game, you are managing your resources so you have enough of what you need to survive, while making sure you're not making the sacrifices at the wrong time. Wolves at the Lake is all about building that suspense you feel when you are watching a horror film. We all know going into these movies that the characters have a very low chance of survival, but we watch and root for them anyway. The storyteller actually has a few options in how they want to run the game, specifically for the monster they're embodying. The monster can choose to use merciful actions or merciless actions. You also get some great atmosphere from the book itself. There are little notes scribbled about someone who's found this text in the woods, and potentially what happened to them. It's both chilling and has its own little story to tell. If you are a true lover of the horror slasher genre, then I think this game will absolutely be up your alley. This isn't a game that I think is really going to be a multi-session campaign though. For me, it captures the feeling of a good single-session game, especially since it is themed around movies, which you tend to watch in one sitting. Of course, if you don't like your characters dying and not making it, this game could probably be one to pass on. It's a game where death is likely to happen to your characters, and depending on your group's level of comfort, it could go into really gory details, or you could fade to black, or just left it suggested. I do think the mechanics of juggling what resources to hoard versus sacrifice is a really fun one, and one that actually is mechanically interesting. It definitely taps into the atmosphere. This game is available currently in PDF form on Drive-thru RPG for $2.50 US. I absolutely think if the subject interests you, then that is a price that is very easy to pay to get your hands on this one. Wolves at the Lake is pretty nifty in my opinion, but what did you think? If you were in a horror slasher film, what would be your best trait to survive? I think mine would be the amount of stuff I just carry with me. I'm not sure how a tabletop role-playing game and maybe a set of dice would help me get out of a slasher film, but it's definitely the amount of stuff I carry with me. What would yours be? Or we could discuss, what do you think of games where you have to carefully manage your resources? Do you have any favorite games that do this? Let me know any of your thoughts in the comments down below. While you're there, I encourage you to like, subscribe, definitely turn on notifications so YouTube tells you when I next upload. Perhaps you might even want to share this video with a friend. It actually all really helps this channel get more notice. I also have a Ko-Fi page which you can donate to. This is actually super helpful, as when games are sent to me in a digital copy, I need to get them printed and bound. And that is what the Ko-Fi page helps fund. It really helps me actually get these reviews out due to some difficulties I have with reading digital screens. If you don't want to donate, that's totally a-okay. Watching the videos and talking about them really helps me anyway. I hope you're all well, and I look forward to seeing you next time at the gaming table. Bye!